In the ever-turbulent world of politics and tech, few relationships have captivated the public quite like that of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Once allies sharing mutual interests, their alliance has now devolved into a public feud, marked by sharp accusations and political maneuvering. The latest salvo in this escalating conflict came when Elon Musk took to his social media platform X to make a startling claim that President Donald Trump is named in the unreleased Jeffrey Epstein files and that this association is the reason for their continued secrecy. Musk's post read, "Time to drop the really big bomb at real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT." This accusation didn't arise in a vacuum. Tensions between Musk and Trump have been simmering, fueled by disagreements over policy decisions and financial interests. Musk has been openly critical of Trump's recent tax legislation, which threatens to eliminate electric vehicle subsidies, an essential component for Tesla's business model. In response, Trump has reportedly considered revoking federal contracts with Musk's companies, including SpaceX and Starlink. The personal nature of their dispute is evident. Musk, once a significant donor and advisor to Trump, now calls for his impeachment, suggesting that Trump's alleged connection to Epstein is not just a political liability but a moral failing. Meanwhile, Trump dismisses Musk's criticisms as self-serving, accusing him of prioritizing personal gain over national interest. As this high-profile feud unfolds, it raises critical questions about transparency, accountability, and the complex interplay between politics and personal relationships. The public is left to sift through the claims and counterclaims, seeking clarity in a situation shrouded in allegations and political posturing. The term Epstein files refers to a vast collection of documents, including flight logs, contact lists, and other materials related to Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier and convicted sex offender. These files have been the subject of intense scrutiny as they potentially implicate numerous high-profile individuals in Epstein's illicit activities. In February 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice, under Attorney General Pamela Bondi, released the first phase of declassified Epstein files. This release included flight logs from Epstein's private jet, a redacted contact book, and an evidence list detailing items seized from his properties. Notably, these documents revealed that President Trump and some of his family members had been passengers on Epstein's plane. However, it's crucial to note that being named in these documents does not inherently indicate wrongdoing. Many individuals associated with Epstein did so socially or professionally, without any involvement in his criminal activities. Despite the release, significant portions of the Epstein files remain sealed or heavily redacted. This lack of transparency has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories, particularly in light of Musk's recent allegations. Musk's claim that Trump is named in the unreleased portions of the files has intensified public demand for full disclosure. In response to Musk's allegations, Democratic lawmakers have called on the Department of Justice and the FBI to clarify whether President Trump's name appears in the unreleased Epstein files. Representatives Robert Garcia and Stephen Lynch sent a letter to Attorney General Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel, expressing profound alarm at the possibility that the files are being withheld to protect the president. The political implications of these developments are significant. If Musk's allegations are substantiated, it could lead to a major scandal for the Trump administration. Even if unproven, the mere suggestion of impropriety has the potential to damage public trust and fuel partisan divisions. As the feud between Musk and Trump escalates, the public is left to grapple with complex questions about transparency, accountability, and the intersection of personal relationships and political power. The unfolding drama underscores the importance of full disclosure and the need for rigorous scrutiny of those in positions of authority. In the opulent circles of 1980s and 1990s New York and Palm Beach, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were prominent figures, often seen at the same social events, sharing mutual acquaintances and navigating similar elite environments. Their association was well documented, with numerous photographs and accounts placing them together at various gatherings. One notable instance is a 1992 video that resurfaced, showing Trump and Epstein at a party at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's Florida estate. The footage captures them engaging with cheerleaders, laughing, and seemingly enjoying each other's company. This video has been cited as evidence of their camaraderie during that period. In a 2002 interview with New York Magazine, Trump referred to Epstein as a terrific guy, noting, "He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." Such comments have been scrutinized in light of Epstein's later criminal charges. Their relationship, however, was not without its complications. In 2004, both men were interested in purchasing a lavish Palm Beach mansion known as Maison de l'Amity. Trump ultimately acquired the property for $41 million, outbidding Epstein. This real estate rivalry is believed to have strained their relationship, leading to a gradual distancing between the two. By 2007, reports suggest that Trump had banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, allegedly due to inappropriate behavior towards a staff member. While Trump has claimed to have severed ties with Epstein long before his legal troubles became public, the timeline and nature of their disassociation remain subjects of debate. Further complicating the narrative are allegations from individuals like Stacey Williams, a former model who accused Trump of unwanted advances in the 1990s, allegedly facilitated by Epstein. While these claims have been been denied by Trump's representatives and have not resulted in legal action, they contribute to the complex tapestry of interactions between Trump and Epstein. The depth and nature of Trump's relationship with Epstein continue to be examined, especially in light of recent claims and the ongoing discourse surrounding the Epstein files. Understanding their history is crucial to contextualizing the current allegations and the public's demand for transparency. Elon Musk's explosive claim that President Donald Trump is named in the unreleased Epstein files has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, igniting a firestorm of reactions from lawmakers, media outlets, and the public. In the immediate aftermath, Democratic lawmakers seized upon Musk's allegation to renew calls for transparency. Representatives Stephen Lynch and Robert Garcia penned a letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel, demanding clarification on whether Trump's name appears in the unreleased documents. They expressed profound alarm at the possibility that the files are being withheld to protect the president. The White House swiftly dismissed these inquiries as baseless, with spokesperson Harrison Fields stating that the administration has no intention of responding to unfounded speculation. Nevertheless, the controversy has intensified scrutiny on the Department of Justice's handling of the Epstein files, particularly regarding the selective release of documents. Media coverage has been relentless, with major outlets dissecting the implications of Musk's claim. The Guardian reported on the escalating feud between Musk and Trump, highlighting the personal attacks and political ramifications. The San Francisco Chronicle noted the internet's reaction, with social media platforms flooded with memes and commentary likening the fallout to a celebrity breakup. Public opinion has been sharply divided. Supporters of Musk applaud his willingness to challenge the president and demand accountability, viewing his actions as a bold stand against potential corruption. Conversely, Trump's base perceives Musk's allegations as a betrayal, accusing him of spreading unverified information for personal gain. The feud has also had tangible economic consequences. Tesla's stock experienced a significant decline, plummeting by over 14% and erasing $152 billion in market value. This financial fallout underscores the high stakes involved in the public dispute between two of the world's most influential figures. As the controversy continues to unfold, the demand for transparency regarding the Epstein files has reached a fever pitch. The public awaits further developments, eager to see whether Musk's allegations will prompt the release of additional documents and what revelations they may contain. By now, the name Jeffrey Epstein has become synonymous with scandal, secrets, and elite power circles. But despite years of investigations, court cases, and media coverage, the truth still feels out of reach, and that's exactly what's fueling today's firestorm. Let's break down what's actually in the Epstein files and, more importantly, what isn't. In January 2025, under pressure from both political parties and public outrage, the federal government began what it called Phase 1 of Epstein file declassifications. This release included flight logs, a redacted black book, and partial evidence lists from previous investigations. While these documents confirmed what many already knew, that Epstein associated with high-profile names like Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and others, they also curiously omitted deeper insight into certain rumored connections. One of the biggest surprises? Donald Trump's name appeared in some of the flight logs from the 1990s. The records suggested that he had flown on Epstein's private jet at least 7 times. These flights were mostly between Palm Beach, New York, and the Caribbean, but no specific context or passenger lists were included for those trips. That's where things get murky. Trump's team immediately downplayed the findings, saying the president's interactions with Epstein were limited, informal, and decades in the past. They cited his own statements from 2019, when he said, "I had a falling out with him a long time ago, and I wasn't a fan." But here's the thing, those logs weren't entirely new. Most of that info had already leaked through lawsuits and past reports. What's missing from Phase 1, and what Elon Musk is now demanding, is full transparency, unredacted logs, full testimony from Epstein's former staff, and sealed grand jury material that could detail who knew what and when. Musk's claim that Trump is hiding the rest of the files because he's on them is explosive, because it implies obstruction, cover-up, and maybe even deeper involvement. But so far, there's no direct evidence tying Trump to any criminal behavior in connection with Epstein. Still, that hasn't stopped speculation. Reddit threads have exploded. Twitter now X is swamped with side-by-side images of Trump and Epstein over the years. TikTok creators are going viral with many deep dives, comparing court depositions and highlighting inconsistencies in past testimonies. Even mainstream outlets are cautiously revisiting the topic, asking what still remains sealed. And here's where it gets darker. Many believe the full list of names, flight details, and witness statements have been deliberately buried under layers of red tape. Lawsuits keep getting delayed. Subpoenas get ignored. Whistleblowers go silent. So when Elon Musk posts a single sentence accusing Trump of burying the truth, it hits a nerve. Because this isn't just about two billionaires feuding. This is about one of the biggest unsolved scandals of the 21st century and whether we're being kept in the dark. Elon Musk's explosive claim that President Donald Trump is named in the unreleased Epstein files has left many questioning. What's driving Musk to make such a bold accusation? Is it a pursuit of truth, a strategic move, or a personal vendetta? To understand Musk's motives, we need to examine the recent deterioration of his relationship with Trump. Once allies, their bond has frayed over policy disagreements arguments and personal slights. Musk has been vocal in his criticism of Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, a sweeping tax and spending package that Musk argues would balloon the federal deficit and eliminate subsidies for electric vehicles directly impacting Tesla. In response, Trump threatened to revoke federal contracts with Musk's companies, including SpaceX and Starlink. Feeling betrayed, Musk escalated the feud by suggesting that Trump is implicated in the Epstein files, implying that the president is obstructing their full release to protect himself. This accusation serves multiple purposes. It retaliates against Trump, shifts public focus, and positions Musk as a crusader for transparency. However, Musk's claim lacks concrete evidence. While Trump's name has appeared in Epstein's flight logs and contact lists, no direct link to criminal activity has been established. The timing and nature of Musk's allegation have led some to view it as a strategic distraction or a calculated risk to undermine Trump's credibility. Moreover, Musk's actions could be interpreted as an attempt to distance himself from political entanglements that may harm his business interests. By casting doubt on Trump's integrity, Musk not only deflects attention from his own controversies but also appeals to a broader audience that values accountability and transparency. In the realm of public opinion, Musk's move has had mixed reactions. Supporters applaud his boldness and commitment to exposing potential corruption, while critics accuse him of leveraging serious allegations for personal gain. Ultimately, Musk's motives appear to be a complex interplay of personal grievances, strategic positioning, and a desire to influence public discourse. Whether his claims will lead to substantive revelations or fade as a sensational headline remains to be seen. At first glance, this might just seem like another high-profile billionaire clash. Trump versus Musk, both loud, powerful, and addicted to controlling the narrative. But underneath the jabs and the viral posts is a far more troubling question: who controls the truth? In a world where information is power, the Musk versus Trump feud exposes a deep fracture in how truth, transparency, and influence are handled in the public sphere. Think about it: when one of the world's richest men accuses a former president of hiding damning information, and neither side backs down or provides proof, what happens to public trust? This controversy is no longer just about Epstein. It's about who gets to decide what's true. It's about what kind of information reaches the public and what gets buried under national security or political convenience. Right now, America is facing a serious transparency crisis. The public is hungry for answers, but all they're getting is carefully worded denials and redacted documents. And that vacuum? It's being filled by speculation, conspiracy theories, and viral posts that blur the line between fact and fiction. Musk knows this. He's mastered the algorithm game. A single post from him can move markets, set off political firestorms, or, in this case, shatter reputations. Whether or not he believes what he posted about Trump being in the Epstein files almost doesn't matter anymore. The damage is already done. On the other side, Trump's silence is strategic. His base remains loyal, and his political machine knows that addressing the Epstein topic only amplifies it. But remaining quiet has its own consequences. It fuels the perception that there's something to hide, especially in a world that has become increasingly suspicious of elites. Meanwhile, the institutions that are supposed to mediate truth, Congress, the Justice Department, the press, are caught in the middle, either politicized, overworked, or discredited in the eyes of the public. That's the most dangerous part of this whole story. It's not just two powerful men throwing punches on X. It's about how those punches reshape public confidence in democracy, media, and even justice itself. This feud has also exposed the modern playbook for power: control the narrative, weaponize your platform, and leave the truth to be decided by whichever side yells louder. And as long as the full Epstein files remain sealed or redacted, this narrative war will continue to spiral. Every leak, every tweet, every awkward silence becomes a battleground for perception, and the casualty is trust. So, where does this all go? Will Elon Musk drop more claims? Will Trump finally respond? Will the full Epstein files ever be unsealed, or will they remain buried in the shadows of national interest forever? Right now, we're standing at a strange moment in modern history. Two of the most powerful voices in the world are clashing, not just over politics, but over the truth itself. Musk is pushing boundaries, challenging systems, and stirring up one of the darkest scandals of our time. Trump, the political titan, is choosing silence as a shield. And in between, the public is caught scrolling, searching, questioning everything. But here's the part no one's talking about. This isn't just a feud between two billionaires. It's a preview of the next era of power struggles. Forget presidential debates or courtrooms. The new battleground is social media. The new weapon is influence. And the people watching? That's us. We're the ones trying to connect the dots, navigate the misinformation, and figure out if the truth will ever win out over the noise. Already, rumors are swirling that phase 2 of the Epstein declassification is coming. Some say whistleblowers are stepping forward. Others believe internal pressure within government agencies could force a fuller release before the next election cycle. And behind closed doors, sources claim more names, some even bigger than Trump, are part of the sealed evidence. So don't be surprised if this Musk versus Trump moment becomes the spark that reignites the Epstein scandal with more force than ever before. Because here's the brutal truth: no matter who's lying, covering up, or spinning the story, eventually the truth has a way of crawling back into the light. And when it does, the consequences will be seismic. So, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and above all, don't stop asking questions, because the people in power are counting on your silence. silence. And if we've learned anything from this story, it's that silence is exactly how the lies survive. Until next time, love you, gang.